What I find really interesting about this game is the fact that a card can be feared by all one day and irrelevant the next one. And over the past couple of years, I can find so many examples. Danglong was extremely unfair around the time it got banned, and people kept fearing it years later. And even when it ended up getting unbanned with the most recent ban list, people were kind of skeptical as to whether or not this was a good decision. But in hindsight, we're all kind of just realizing now that the card is irrelevant and has no relevance on the metagame. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has evolved so much over the years that some cards that used to be completely unfair are just no longer really good. But the crazy part is, this applies way more for moderately old cards rather than super old cards. Because when we look at cards like Pot of Greed, Graceful Charity, and the Forceful Sentry, they're all really insane. But with Blaster, for example, and I want to say pretty much every Dragon Ruler, they're really just not what they used to be. So all this got me thinking, why are these fresh out of the ban list cards so irrelevant in today's metagame? In Danglong's case, it's pretty simple. In this game, consistency is so important that sometimes even just adding 3 bricks to your deck might be too much. And I guess you could choose to only play 9 pillars and none of the other Yang Zing bricks, but then all you're really doing is just get 1 extra negate. And if you decide to fully commit and actually play all the Yang Zings needed to make Danglong really broken, you're actually going to be regretting playing that package around 33% of the time. That, by the way, is the likelihood of drawing a 3 of in a 40 card deck. Pretty much a pick your poison, because you either choose to make like 1 negate and only play like 1 brick, or make 2 negates and play like 3 bricks. More often than not, high-level players will choose the minimalistic approach because they believe that less is more. As for Blaster, that card has never been hyped in the first place, and honestly, again, if you ask pretty much any pro player, they will always tell you that just about any Dragon Ruler can come back to 3 and nobody's gonna care. But that's never gonna happen. At least not right now, and definitely not in one shot. Not because they're too good or might break the game completely, but rather because it's not really strategic from a marketing point of view. The point of a ban list is to add excitement and gradually develop deck building possibilities. If every single card gets unlocked simultaneously, there's pretty much nothing more to look forward to at the next ban list. And obviously there's going to be way less surprise factor because we already kind of can tell what's going to happen. But sometimes unbanning cards that might be kind of irrelevant as we see it at the moment might not be too bad. Look at Performapal Monkey Board, for example. It's at 1 right now, and I think nobody cares. Therefore, do you think that people will even care if it goes to 2? Or even 3? And how about Astrograph Sorcerer back to 3? Oh, you still don't care. Alright. Now, what if we unban Electrum? Okay, now all of a sudden, everything starts to matter. Monkey Board and Astrograph becomes completely overpowered and everybody will start asking for them to get banned. If Electrum gets unbanned, people will start complaining so much about Monkey Board and Astrograph that people will ask for them to get banned again. And of course, this also applies for cards that are already unlimited, such as Draco Face-Off. We can definitely extrapolate this process to other cases as well. I've noticed that Konami has a tendency to unban certain specific cards that were really good in an archetype because they plan on releasing support for that archetype. Just look at Sky Striker, for example. It's no coincidence that the OCG, the TCG, and Master Duel pretty much all have 3 Kagaris and 2 Engage. And I feel like not even that long ago, we only had like 1 Kagari and 1 Engage, and the deck just keeps getting better and better every single list. And we have the new cards to thank for all of that. And this could easily happen to other cards too. Danglong could easily become an unfair card again if Konami randomly gives us some broken new Yang Zing support. And who knows, Dragon Rulers might be broken if we get all of them back to 3 and some new Dragon Ruler support. But I doubt it. So yeah, even though a bunch of previously unfair cards are now at our disposal and nobody's using them, it doesn't really mean much. But anyways, that's all I had for this video. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.